Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second session in our Did You Know webinar series, all around optimizing security team accountability and efficiency with site tasks. Today, we're showcasing this new module, which is really all about an advanced task management module for your guarding operations. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Kara, and I am joined by my colleague, Peter. Peter, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Cara, how's it going? So, hey everyone, this is Peter Tadros. I'm a group product manager at Trackforce. I've been with the Trackforce for, I would say, the last 8 years. In the product team, we work together to build cool stuff for you guys.
Perfect. All right. So in this quick 15 minutes that we have together, we wanted to make this a short and sweet session because I know how valuable everyone's time is. We're going to jump right in and cover how site tasks can really be helpful in your day-to-day workflows and improve your operations for keeping guards accountable for the tasks that they complete and monitoring their progress, maintaining consistent, high-quality service across all of your clients, as well as how can you prove the value that you are proactively delivering to your clients with data and reporting. So let's jump in. A quick overview. What is site tasks? So site tasks is a new way to assign jobs to an on-site guard, giving you more granular flexibility in how they are managed and tracked with new capabilities like assigning new tasks and tracking task progress all in real time, connecting those tasks to assets that a guard would need, report templates they need to fill out, and converting a run sheet job that a mobile patrol guard is using to a site task that an on-site guard can take care of that we'll cover in more detail in a minute. And lastly, site tasks is really all about bringing more standardization to the way these jobs and tasks are created so that they're managed at your headquarters level to really make it easier to scale your operations and deploy tasks across client sites, making it easier at an administrative level, easier for the manager, easier for the guard to understand as well. All right. So, okay. So we get it. Day to day of managing security guards can be a little unpredictable. So, your ability to remain agile and have your guards able to complete work that may come up outside of their regular tours is a great way to show added value to your clients. So, let's take a look at how site tasks can help in 3 common scenarios. The first, I told you we were going to talk about that use case with mobile patrol. So let's take your mobile patrol guard. They are driving on their patrol. They visited their first site. They're on their way to the second site of the day when something unexpected happens. They get a flat tire. They run into some traffic. Whatever it might be, this guard needs a way to quickly communicate with a supervisor, with someone at that second site, and potentially reassign that task, that job to someone already on the premises. So, Peter, what happens in that scenario? Can you show us in the product how site tasks can help?
Sure, Cara, 100%. And again, things happen, so that can happen in real life. You get a flat tire and you won't be able to make it to the next site. So let's take it one step. This is our portal, as you know. Let's take it one step to the configuration piece. So whatever you have in your run sheet at the end of the day, it's a service type, or is it the job type? Let's say I do have this parking inspection job type that I have to perform at site A. So all I have to do here on the configuration level, I click at the edit button here, or when I create the job type itself, all I have to do is say, yes, this task can be scheduled within a run sheet, also, I can use this as a side task. So that will open up the way, if you will, between the mobile guard and the static guard to communicate tasks between each other. So how we can do that? I know that will take a very long time for me to open up a run sheet and have a static guard and show you that. So what I did is I took a screenshot that I'm going to show you in a second, and I added here. Let me go back to the present mode. And that's exactly what you're going to see. So on the left-hand side, you'll see this is the mobile patrol guard, where he's have an active run sheet, as you can see here. And let's say this is the site that I won't be able to make it. I won't be able to go for some reason like flat tire, accident, whatever the reason is. So what I can do is, based on the right permission that I have, I can convert this run sheet assignment to a site task. So let's say there is a static guard sitting at the same site. I know that this guard doing some stuff inside. He wouldn't do, let's say, the parking inspection task that I want to convert to him. So in that case, I'm just asking him, hey, would you be able to do the parking inspection instead of me today? Because I wouldn't come for some reason. And the guard at the site, he can accept or decline this request. Again, it's kind of a workflow. So that's where the communication happened between a mobile patrol guard, driving across different sites, and the static guards that already sitting at the site, doing other jobs or tasks. So that's how we do it right now, Kara. And yeah, I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, I love that. I can totally see how, really that reassignment workflow and this visibility from the supervisor also would be super helpful in making sure that, everything is in sync. So let's take a look at another scenario. With security guard turnover being fairly high, that's not a secret. It's not uncommon for a guard to be unfamiliar with a site, whether they're covering a shift for someone else or they're starting a new role. These guards need easy, crystal clear instructions right on their mobile app, what to do, where to go, reports they need to fill out, keys they need to keep track of. So I'm curious, Peter, how can site tasks help here?
Sure. So let me go back to the portal and show you how we can do this. So right now I'll go back to my site. I created this site for the demo purposes, and here it is. Okay. So first, what I need to do is to make sure that my job type that I said, okay, this job type can be scheduled for site task, has all the right information, just to make it easy for the guard to, achieve what is needed. So if I go to the mobile dispatch here at the site level, I go to job settings and instruction. Let me go to the last page here, and let's say main gate. I created this main gate job type. So for this main gate, what I can do here, just write the instruction for the guard. Let's say, make sure to open up the gate at, I don't know, 9 o'clock. And then I can also associate the required assets to this job type. So as you can see here, I have two different keys. I have the main door key and I have an access card. So if you guys are using our asset tracking module, you'll be able to benefit from that. So you can log all your assets and start distributing these assets based on the job that the guard will be performing. Also, you can add a grace period for the guard, meaning that, like 10 minutes before, the starting time of the task, make sure just to be there. You can start this 10 minutes before till, let's say, 10 minutes after. So you can also define the grace period for the guard. So this from the configuration standpoint. Now I'll take you to the site task level. And here is the site task module. As you can see, let me just clear everything. So this is like a holistic view for all the tasks that is right now scheduled at the site. As you can see, I missed a lot of tasks here. I completed some, one in progress. So you can get like a holistic view. So as a guard, I can pretty much tell what is needed for me to complete today. I can click on the day. So I have like 3 tasks to be done today. And pretty much if I click here, and I say, okay, view schedule, you can find all the information needed here when you create the task. So pretty much when I create the task, I can say, this is a coffee machine task. What I need to do, I can fill out the description, refill the coffee machine. If there's any extra instruction, I can add there. I can define this task will be scheduled or related to which position at the site. Also, I can add a tour if I want to. I can add the report template if I want to. So all the instruction that is needed for the guard to perform the task is there. Also, you can add like when this task begins, start date, end date, start time, end time, duration, week of the day, whether if you want to do it weekly, monthly, like you have a lot of options there that can tell the guard exactly when and where and what they need to do. So back to you, Kara.
Perfect. That's super helpful. I bet that would really make sure that the service that, they're providing, it remains really consistent in quality, even with those new guards, because they know exactly what to do and have that list of everything that's going on. Um, that's perfect. Let's look at our third and final scenario. With everyone taking a closer look at budgets these days and trying to find areas to cut costs, it is more important than ever to be able to proactively show your clients the value that you're delivering. If a client came to you and said, "Hey, we're thinking of reducing the number of guards we need because we haven't had a lot of incidents lately. We don't know if we need that many anymore." What data can you show them to prove that's not a good idea? Because that amount of coverage that you are doing proactively is vital to mitigating their risk and preventing incidents from happening in the first place. So, Peter, can you walk us through a little bit in the data and reporting that they have access to, and how tasks are completed and what they can show back to their clients?
For sure, 100%. And that's a great question because everyone right now, care about data. What's there? So if we go back to our portal one more time, and let me go to operational reports. Now we have created a kind of a dashboard that can give you a holistic view of what's going on at the site level. Not just at the site, you see this holistic view also at the zone and at the region if you want to see this from a bigger scale. But basically you can tell like in a quick view how many tasks are missed, how many incomplete, how many like late tasks. Also, you can get like the count of all the completed, incomplete, scheduled, in progress task, who was performing like the most tasks versus not. So basically you can get that in a quick glance that, hey, this is what's happening at my site or at my zone or at my region. So this is the first thing. The second thing would be if I go here to the notifications, when you set up a daily or weekly report, we have added also here the things to track tasks. So you can tell all the scheduled tasks for today, when they got started, if they got completed, canceled, postponed, or even missed. So we injected all of these information in the weekly report template or daily activity report, so you can distribute this information with your client so they can have the right information or the right data. Also, on top of that, and let me just move this a little bit aside. Okay, the deviation. Yeah, I can also build the notification rule where I can send notification to like myself or even to a manager or even to the client that if anything that not going in the right direction. So for instance here, missed task, if someone missed task, someone postponed, unfinished task, late task. So I can build basically my rule, and here I can tell, okay, I want to see that for this specific job type. Let's say, I don't know, shovel the snow. If someone did not shovel the snow and these are the recipients, I can pick, okay, if it's a site contact or if it's like an employee or even the site client, like the client who's, responsible for this site. So I can basically set all of these notification rules so anyone can get the right information or the right data at the right time. So that's how we do or track data right now. One thing that I forget to mention on the previous use case was the reminder. I know, like as a new guard, maybe I'm not familiar with everything, so we can also send reminder to guards. When you go to settings, site task, you can set the reminder to be on, and then you can send like, okay, 10 minutes before the task start time, I want to get notified, or notify my employee 5 minutes based on the position. You can do it position by position, or you can do it for all position, just a static rule, 5 minutes before the start before the task start time, send the notification so the guard will be notified about that as well. And back to you, Cara.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much. All of the data and reporting that people have access to is so critical now. Being able to have that proof, that evidence of everything that we're doing, the value that they're providing is so critical. And thanks for touching on that reminder as well. So helpful with new guards, especially. So thanks for staying on an extra 2 minutes. I'm going to progress here to just to reiterate again, we just covered just 3 scenarios that site tasks can help with. I'm sure your wheels are really turning in how this could be helpful for your guarding operations with your client sites. And so with that, we'd love to answer any questions that you have. If you have a question, use the Q&A box to submit a question, and we'd love to answer some. With that, there's an anonymous question here. It says, can site tasks be set up seasonally or around holidays? How does that kind of scheduling work?
It is a great question. Yeah, and thanks, Cara, for bringing this up, and whoever submitted this question. Yes, right now we have an option or a feature where you can schedule site tasks on, let's say, I don't know, a Labor Day or Easter Day, Christmas Day, like whatever day that you want. So you can schedule site tasks differently from, like a Monday to Friday kind of schedule. And of course, if you want to need to know more about that, just feel free to reach out to your CSMs or sales, and they're going to walk you through this.
Perfect. We have a question of how do we add it? We will have your CSM or your account manager follow up with you after this call. If you're interested in learning more about it, let us know. We'd love to talk to you about it or walk you through other scenarios that you might have. And one more question. Hey, Peter, what about ad hoc tasks or one-time tasks? How do those factor in? We talked about scheduling, but what about kind of those one-off scenarios?
Yeah, great question. So right now, when we create a site task, there's 3 different options. You can create a task that is recurrent task, let's say from Monday to Friday or every day in the week. You can also create an ad hoc task, for instance, like shovel the snow. It's going to be like an ad hoc task sitting on the shelf. If it snows outside, yeah, I'm gonna just like bring this task, pick it up, and start working on it. So it wouldn't be like a scheduled task; it will be like an ad hoc task. And the third option is a one-time task. Let's say during a holiday or something, there is a specific job type that we need to be working on. So I can set up this one-time task, schedule it on a specific day, and leave it there. So basically, what we're trying to achieve with site task is set it and forget it. Like you set it once and forget about it, and everything will go automatically. You don't need to interact with it.
I love that. We need that for everything.
Exactly.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, I think we don't have any more questions. If you have a question, put it in the Q&A box really quick. I'm free for another couple minutes, but if not, thank you so much for your time today. If you have additional questions or would like to learn more about site tasks, please reach out to us. We'll be sending a follow-up email we'll be sending a follow-up with the recording and a link to that. So if you can watch this again if you want to refer back to it. Looks like we got one more question. Is this used for mobile or static guarding? It's going to be mostly for static on-site guards. But the key here is that with site tasks, is that conversion piece. So if you have mobile guards as well as static guards, if it's that use case where something happens with the mobile guard, they can't make it to a site, they can convert that run sheet job to that site task. So there's that connection piece that is really critical for kind of mobile and static guarding that when they're operating together. And with that, I think I answered all of the questions. Thank you so much. We'll send follow-ups. You can email us at hello@trackforce.com if you have any questions as well. But with that, have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Cara. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.